The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Friday, the 13th day of June 2025. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medicals, Windows, People's Pharmacy, and Hot 1075. I'm Jamal Hartman, and Teo Dill will be with us in a bit to bring you the latest in the news break brought to you by People's Folks. Happy Friday. Anyone superstitious out there? It is Friday the 13th, and I know that leads to a lot of people feeling like, oh, this is bad luck or good luck, wherever you stand on that. But any superstitious people out there, let us know. I've never really been a superstitious person. Okay, I'm lying. When I played high school basketball, yes, I did play on the basketball team. I did. I know you're saying, yeah, but I did. I could shoot. But anyway, I had a pair of lucky shorts. And I would wear them underneath my basketball shorts. And every time I wore my lucky shorts, I actually made a 3-point shot. So, yeah, that was my superstition. I had a pair of lucky shorts. Another superstition I have that people find strange about me, right? Just one of many things, but another superstition I have is whenever I get on an airplane, if you've ever flown with me, you will notice I do something as we're walking onto the plane. I always knock as I'm entering the airplane. True story. That's a superstition I have. Like, I could not tell you the last time I got on an airplane, going through the door and didn't knock. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's just me like going into someone's space and knocking. But yeah, I knock. That's another superstition I have, knocking on the an airplane as I enter. So my lucky shorts, knocking on an airplane. I used to be superstitious about doing this show. Like, I would not do the show unless I had gotten my heart rate up. So meaning I had to go to the gym before I did do the show. That's something else that I was very superstitious about. Not anymore, because some mornings I'm just tired. Like, this morning we got 4, so I was more in the mood to go work out. But I would say 4 out of the 5 days of the week I would go to the gym. But yeah, those are my superstitions. Anyone else superstitious out there? Is anyone else superstitious? It is Friday the 13th. Are you superstitious about anything? Suzanne Ingham says, have a super awesome Friday, Jamal. And you as well, Suzanne Ingham. Charles A. Jeffs II, he says, a 3-point shot. Okay, Steph Curry. Yeah, look, when I wore my lucky shorts, I averaged 1 3-point make per game. Yep. And even if those were the only 3 points I got during the game, my lucky shorts brought it through. Because if I didn't wear my lucky shorts, I didn't do much. I got a steal here or there, but you get my point. Anyway, folks, greetings, everyone, and thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today as we welcome Keola Thompson on. She's coming on from Mint Systems. We're going to be talking about how she's skating around our community. Yeah, it's a really cool concept. So really hope you all stay tuned for that. The daily play is going to be things you should know today. Things you should know. So this is going to be interesting. We're also going to do a giveaway at the end of this show. We're going to do a giveaway. You don't want to miss the giveaway. It's a holiday weekend. You're not going to see us for a while. So we're going to do a giveaway at the end of the show. But in the meantime, do not forget to subscribe on our website, thedailyhour.com. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. And I just want to give a shout out. Miss Lightborn is her name, who I met via video the other day. She was listening on Hot 107.5, and she was very complimentary of the Daily Hour. We appreciate you, and we know that many of you who are tuned in on the radio would love to comment. Please know you can comment online, but we definitely appreciate you tuning in via radio, on your way to work, while you're at work, at home, however you choose to tune in. But thank you, thank you, thank you. It's Friday the 13th. Hedley Swan says, definitely not superstitious. Mind you, I love 13, especially being born on September 13th, 1975 on a Saturday. That means you turned 50 years old this year, a day after another very special day, September 12th, which is my birthday. We appreciate you, Sister Hedeline. All right, folks, let's jump into today's discussion. Look, we had Bermuda's only living national hero, Sir John Swan, on the show earlier this week. We then followed that with a conversation with former Premier Dr. Ewart Brown, who was the Premier who oversaw Bermuda national heroes becoming a thing. Today's question, who is a living Bermudian that you believe should be recognized as a national hero? And this is Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. You can go to mailboxes.bm/the Daily Hour to get 2 years of free membership. Just make sure you go to mailboxes.bm/the Daily Hour, and you can get 2 years of free membership. This is Friday Fun Day, brought to you by Mailboxes, and this is your daily discussion brought to you by our friends at Titan Express and Secure Trucking. The question of the morning, who is a living Bermudian that you believe should be recognized as a national hero? And for those who don't know what the criteria is, let me just go through the criteria for you real quickly. So currently, just to give you a quick overview, and this is from the Department of Culture's website, culture.bm. So what is a national hero? A national hero is a person who is admired and acknowledged for their courage, outstanding achievements, and noble qualities. And it's someone who has made a significant positive contribution to the growth and development of society. To know our heroes is to know ourselves, our values, our collective history, who we are, and what makes us as Bermudians great. Recognizing our heroes provides us with an important opportunity to celebrate our collective history, our heritage, our values as a society, and our culture. So, the desired outcome is a community that is proud of contributions made by individuals or groups, a community with an increased level of awareness about Bermuda's history, heritage, and culture, and a community with an increased sense of national unity and social cohesion. So, the individual or group to be designated as a national hero should meet most of the following criteria: has made a significant and lasting contribution to Bermuda, has enriched the lives of others, has a legacy that will stand the test of time and have continued relevance in the future, has contributed to the quality of life and destiny of Bermuda, be considered as outstanding in their area of service, has ready name recognition among the general population, is recognized by his/her profession or organization, is reflective of Bermuda's cultural heritage and diversity. Important attributes that the individual group must possess as far as character: dedicated, ethical, committed, self-sacrificing, conscious or conscientious, agent of change or betterment, risk taker, demonstrates consistency and passion, demonstrates love of Bermuda and her people, demonstrates leadership qualities. Now, I've given you all a lot just now. I've given you all a lot based on what I just shared with you. Who is a living Bermudian that you believe should be recognized as a national hero? Who is a living Bermudian that you believe should be recognized as a national hero? Also, do you think we should only name national heroes post-life? That was a question we asked the Honorable Premier, former Premier Dr. Ewart Brown the other day. But do you think we should only name national heroes after death? Yes or no? All right, let's go to the audience. Easy answer, says Headley and Swan. Dale Butler. Dale Butler. She says Dale Butler. I don't think I disagree. I don't think many would disagree with you. Mr. Butler has made extremely valuable contributions. I want us to look at more people in our community who weren't politicians, though. I think it's so easy to look at politicians. Who are some non-politicians that have made a key difference? I mean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, only 2 people of our national heroes, 2 of the 8, were not politicians, but only one of them was never political, and that's Mary Prince, if I'm not mistaken. Shamari Sky says, BAD, BED, in my opinion, are national heroes. They created positive change, broke generational curses, and literally kept countless Bermudian males from being locked up for standing against conscription. I mean, my opinion may be biased, and I appreciate Shamari Sky. I think when I just read what I read, I think Bermudians Against the Draft would actually meet the criteria based on what is on the website. But again, I think something like this is more about popularity rather than truly following the guidelines, like most things in Bermuda. Suzanne Ingham says, 1, Dr. Henry Doling, 2, Dr. Stanley James. Okay, what are their contributions? What are their contributions to Bermuda? I know Dr. D, that's my Bermudian doctor, but what are the contributions? Who else, audience? And if you've just tuned in, make sure you share the link with your friends, your family, your colleagues. We want to make sure everyone you know has access to these community conversations as possible. This is Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. Don't forget to go, if you haven't already, go to mailboxes.bm/thedailyhour for 2 years of free membership. But again, who is a living Bermudian that you believe should be recognized as a national hero? Also, do you think we should only name national heroes after death? That's a yes or no question. Let's go to Charles H. Jeffers II. He says, I've said it before, but I believe the progressive group should be recognized as national hero. Although I believe what you just read says an individual or group. Yeah, it can be individual or group. And I think someone said the other day, progressive group. I mean, it makes sense based on the criteria, right? Based on the criteria. I don't think many people would disagree with you, Charles. Who else, audience? Who is a living Bermudian or group that you believe should be recognized as a national hero? Who is a living Bermudian or group that you believe should be recognized as a national hero or heroes? But also, just a yes or no, just a yes or no. Do you believe or do you think we should only name national heroes after death? Hadley and Swan says, definitely not. Give verbal flowers while living. Well, I don't disagree, but Dr. Brown made an interesting point. And I think this was the point from the government last year about naming people after, because if you give people such status, you can't take that status away, as far as I know, and they're still alive. Who's to say they may not do something that, this tarnishes that, right? And risk the space overall. So I take Dr. Brown's point. However, I feel like people should be here for us to honor them this way. I get both sides. I'm torn with it. I'm torn. I know what Dr. King said about people, positions, neutrality, and all of that. And I think I'm going against Dr. King right now. But I feel like I have to be neutral here, because in one breath, I want to see people honored in this way and getting their flowers while they're alive. But I also take the point of the government and Dr. Ewart Brown in the sense that it's a risk doing that. It's a risk doing that. And I'm not just talking about politics. I want to put that out there. It's not about the politics to me. But what else, audience? What else, audience? Who is a living Bermudian or Bermudians that you believe should be recognized as a national hero? What are your thoughts? And do you think we should only name national heroes after death? Postpartums. Anthony Richardson says, create two tiers, those living and those who are dead. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's fair. It's fair. I don't know. It's fair. It's fair. I don't. It's. I want to agree fully, but I don't know how. It's fair. It's fair, Mr. Richardson. What else, audience, or who else? Who else? Who are some folks that you believe should be recognized as national heroes in Bermuda? Who else? We've got Dale Butler. We've got Bermudians Against the Draft. We've got Dr. Henry Dolan, Dr. Stanley James. We've got the Progressive Group. I'll give you one that always comes up. Dr. the Honorable Nalitha Butterfield. She's done a lot outside of politics. I think she's a person that, without politics, has met the criteria. So many young men have gone through her care computer school and made significant contributions to Bermuda. Two of them on this show today. I think she definitely meets the criteria. Outside of politics, there have been quite a few. I mean, Clyde Best. I think Clyde Best has made a tremendous contribution, not just to Bermuda, but to football as a whole. I think what he's done is pretty impressive, and I think we need to do a better job of educating fellow Bermudians about his contribution throughout, England and Bermuda. So he's another person. Who else, audience? Who else is on the tip of your tongue? Do we wow, we're tuned in this morning, but we're quiet. Do we not value anyone anymore? Do we not this is interesting? And I know I said think beyond politics because I just believe there are so many people who've made significant contributions in Bermuda who were never politicians. There are some people who've made extremely positive contributions to the island who were never politicians. Sean Smith says, it creates the opportunity for people to hear the heroes' stories from them and not from reading a book. I think Sean means when we honor them when they're alive. Anika de Shields is asking criteria. I read that. Anika is pretty long. I read it earlier, but I'll just repeat the criteria as it states right now is that the person or group has made a significant and lasting contribution to Bermuda, has enriched the lives of others, has a legacy that will stand the test of time and have continued relevance in the future, has contributed to the quality of life and destiny of Bermuda, be considered as outstanding in the area of service, has ready name recognition among the general population, is recognized by her profession or organization, is reflective of Bermuda's cultural heritage and diversity, and the attributes the individuals group selected as far as character. Some of the characteristics: dedicated, ethical, committed, self-sacrificing, conscientious, agent of change or betterment, risk taker, demonstrates consistency and passion, demonstrates love of Bermuda and her people, demonstrates leadership qualities. Who else, audience? Based on that criteria, who else would you recommend has taken that and really improved and enriched the lives of Bermudians as a national hero? Who would you say? Kenton Trott says Kristen White. Anika de Shields says the founders of the Barclay Institute. Who else, audience? Who else would you say has made significant contributions to Bermuda and you believe should be named as a national hero? And also, do you believe or think that we should only name national heroes after death? Renee Simmons says Mansfield Brock. former Sand Secondary School principal, former permanent secretary of education, and the founding chief executive of the Bermuda College. Okay, thank you for that. Lydia Simmons says the Friendly Society. Okay, Friendly Society. All of them. There you go. Who else, audience? Anyone else come to mind? Does anyone else come to mind that you believe should be named as a national hero for their contributions to Bermuda and Bermudians? Who else comes to mind? We've got a guest today. We've got Keola Thompson coming on, talking about Mint systems. It's a really cool concept that I think you'll all like. Don't forget, we have a giveaway at the end of the show. So you want to stick around for the giveaway as we send you into a holiday weekend. It's Father's Day weekend as well. So stick with us, but let's give some love to Titan Express and Secure Trucking for ensuring that we can have these daily discussions with you.
The Daily Discussion is brought to you by Titan Express and Secure. Visit TitanEXBDA.com, your leading tour and transport provider specializing in Black History tours throughout the island. And SecureBDA.com for all your property management, waste management, residential, and commercial trucking needs. Professional, punctual, and reliable service is our commitment to you.
All righty, let's bring Taylor Dillon for Daily Hour News Break. After that, we'll have Keola Thompson coming on for this segment of Vendor Fridays, brought to you by our friends at the Bermuda Economic Development Corporation.
Morning, Jay. Morning, fam. Hope everybody's doing good.
Hey, Tay, how you doing?
I'm all right.
I got to ask you, though, before we get into anything else, I began the show. It's Friday the 13th, asking if anyone is superstitious. And I said I had 3 superstitions. My lucky shorts, which got me 1 3-point shot per game when I wore them.
Bro, no,
We'll come back.
I wish you hadn't brought that up.
We'll come back. Saying. I have my second one, which is knocking on the airplane as I enter. That I don't know when I started that, but I've been doing that probably since forever.
No, I've seen you do that.
I literally, And then number 3, I don't do it anymore. But I used to have to go for a workout or run or the gym before doing the show. Don't do it every day anymore. But those are my 3. Come on, why are you picking on my lucky shorts, Tay?
Well, I feel like because it's been a little while since you were on the high school basketball team. And you weren't on the team for very long, right? Because you weren't there from the beginning all the way through.
That's right? Okay, Tay. I got my 3-point shots in.
Yeah, well, you not with the regularity and frequency.
That's not important, Teo.
But you said every time. It wasn't every time.
I got 1 shot in if I wore my lucky shorts, even if it was just
y'all hear the difference. Y'all hear the difference, right?
Even if I wore my lucky
1
shorts
3-point shot to 1, I got a shot in. So that could have been a layup.
Yeah. No. I got a 3-pointer every time I wore my lucky shorts. Even if I only hit 3 points 3 times in my entire high school career, I had my lucky shorts on.
But then why wouldn't you wear the shorts more often?
They had to get washed.
Because you weren't hitting a 3 every game.
No, of course not. Probably only got 3 in my entire career.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your superstition? Don't pick on me and my basketball career. I was going to the NBA before I realized I was too short.
No, bro. I was in the exact same position as you. In fact, I think I believed it more deeply than you did. Oh, really? Like you could from 1995, 94 to 1997, you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to be the 9th man on an NBA team. Like not an all-star, but I come off the bench, give you 4 assists, maybe 6 points. Like for real. Like Muggsy Bogues was my guy. Like, if Muggsy could do it, Tay could do it.
You went small. I was going for Penny Hardaway, boy. I had it all on.
And he's like 6'5".
He was 6'7", and that's okay. But
he's a foot taller than you.
And that's okay, Tay, but this is what I was going for. I had it all mapped out. I was going to go to college. I was going to get drafted by the Atlanta Hawks and take over from Mookie Blaylock. Yeah, I had it all mapped out, but it didn't work.
Mookie's 6'1", 6'2".
Why are you focusing on height? Focus on skill.
It's hard not to. I'm looking right at you. What do you mean?
It's a problem.
Look, I'm short too. I'm allowed to talk to you like this.
You still ain't told me what your superstitions are.
Oh, honestly, I don't really have any anymore. Beyond, and I don't think this is. I'm gonna call it superstition just so it sounds cooler, but it's just me being anal. Like I hate leaving the house and there's cupboards and open and drawers open. Like it just feels wrong. Like I get itchy. If it's not like that, and I annoy my wife and my children. Come on, go back in, close the cupboards. Like it's like something might come out of them if they're not closed. Then we're going, kind of thing. I don't know what it's about.
Now you got me going. Did I close my cabinets today?
Oh, don't tell me one of them. It just seems wrong. Like why would you do that? Like why would you leave the house with open cabinets? Like, what purpose does it serve?
You know what, Tam? They call him for a one-on-one matchup. Call him for one-on-one matchup, Tam.
Bro, look. Okay, I know I could score on you. I know I could do that.
But can you stop me from scoring?
Probably not, no. So,
all right. I mean, me is the best out of the matchup with Maya, but she chickened out. So everybody
Maya did not chicken out. No, Maya was doing us a favor.
She don't
because she knows us old fellas will tear our Achilles.
And that's probably true. But we going down fighting. We are you know what's crazy? I was just watching a Martin rerun. I was just watching the Martin rerun when he thought he could beat the ladies and the ladies from the US.
Oh, yeah.
Just watched that yesterday. I'm like Martin, man. I'd have been out like that. I'd have been like, I got injured. Man, they were beating those brothers down.
Yeah.
So Maya will never beat me. It'll be an injury or something. But anyway, a national hero. Who's a living person you think should be on the team?
Well, I mean, as members of the progressive group, I think that is the only that I can think of. And you know, please, this is a failure of my knowledge and imagination to go beyond this. But the progressive group needs to be acknowledged at that level. And beyond that, it's if you look at the other people on the list, like we're not supposed to have the kind of like you're not supposed to update this list every year or even every decade or even generation, right? Like these are generational figures that occupied space on this list, and I think the progressive group absolutely takes up that kind of space.
Indeed. Real quickly before you get in the news, Kathy Rogers says it's a man thing. I've been married 28 years and still closing the cabinets my wonderful husband leaves open.
Stops. It's not I am the man in this instance. Thank you very much. This is not a gendered problem. I'm living with a few women. I'm knowing a lot of women. Y'all leave open cabinets too. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, one more quick one. Ebony Souza says, popping in late in the convo, listening from radio today. We appreciate you. Ebony, haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for rocking with us on Hot 107.5. But she adds, Martha Dismount and the Family Center to the list. KBB deserves to be there too as far as national heroes. Appreciate you.
Thank you for those contributions. Now, in tragic news, in fact, we've recorded the third road fatality for the year, and this one is a teenager. The BPS shared the sad confirmation that the 19-year-old motorcyclist who was hospitalized after a multi-vehicle road collision just before 9:30 p.m. last Tuesday has passed away due to his injuries. The incident involved 3 motorcycles and a car. It took place near the Church Lane North Shore Road junction in Pembroke. He was rushed to hospital with a serious head injury, but despite immediate life-saving efforts and treatment in the ICU, he was pronounced dead yesterday. If you can help the investigation into the incident, contact Sergeant Milton Hill on 515-2481 or mjhill@bps.bm. Now, it's unclear to me, as I think it always is whenever stuff like this happens, that we really understand how dangerous it is to drive and ride in Bermuda, or how dangerous it can be, right? So I figured I'd try to underline the point. So I found this website. You should see it now. It provides a country-by-country breakdown of the number of road deaths per capita that take place for every 100,000 residents. The lighter the country, represents a lower road fatality count. The darker ones represents more traffic deaths. Canada's pretty low, 5 per 100,000. The U.S., middle of the road, around 13 or so. The UK is really safe with under 3 deaths per 100,000. Jamaica's pretty high with around 18. All of those are lower than Bermuda was in 2023. We were at about 19 road deaths per 100,000, which put us level with Iran. Like, It's about as safe to drive in Iran, like Iran, the place that was just bombed by Israel.
Yeah.
It's about as safe to be there in a car as it is in Bermuda. So yeah.
So I mean, again, I echo what Kathy Rogers has said. Condolences to the family, friends, and entire community of the victim. But I tell you, you said something just now. You said, it's dangerous, all roads, driving and riding on. And whenever I'm in Bermuda, everybody thinks I ride like a grandpa. People tell me stay off Harbor Road, whatever. But the truth is there's so many blind gates in Bermuda. When I ride around, I'm like, how can people be so confident going faster when I just feel like every 2 seconds somebody's going to pull out of a gate, not because they're driving aggressively, just because they can't see around something. So for me, in my mind, in my head, I automatically ride defensively in Bermuda because someone may just think, oh, nothing's coming and pull out. That's how I think.
Yeah, out of necessity.
Yeah.
Like absolute necessity. Now I'm a non-driver, so please, discount everything I'm about to say about this subject. But I have always, for as long as I can remember, said that Bermudians, or that is to say, people that drive and ride in Bermuda are generally speaking really, really good at it. Mm-hmm. Not because of the reason you might think, which is to say, you see people making all these nips and like zooming in and like, no, that's not why. I think Bermudians are some of the best defensive drivers on the planet because of like how many nips you have to make to compensate for somebody else's nip. You know what I mean? Like we have an incredibly high level of accidents per day recorded based on the most recent police statistics. But if you just move through the island in a vehicle, you're like, I'm surprised it's that low.
Yeah.
Like it's dangerous, man. And it freaks me out.
It is.
All right. Well, I have some better news, but I have to give super full disclosure because this is a story that involves me peripherally at the very least.
All right.
The adult education school celebrated our graduation ceremony yesterday at the Bermuda College's Athene Center, and it celebrated the graduation of 24 people who earned their GED, aka high school diploma, nearly twice as many graduates as the prior year. Now, more than half of the graduates are transitioning into further study, either here at the Bermuda College or to overseas universities or colleges. And I got something kind of special here. It's a short excerpt of some of the graduate testimonials that we captured and shared at the ceremony. So this is the learners talking about their journey.
Then push on.
I'm going to Bermuda College and I'll be taking an Associates of Arts and Science.
But for what purpose?
I want to be a mortician or maybe a forensic scientist or possibly a biologist. We'll see. I would say that it is mostly in your head. Like once you start thinking, okay, I got this, I can actually do this. And then the next step is to just do it. I know it sounds really scary. I know there's like 1,000 other steps in between that, but taking the first step will lead you to take the next.
Why the music, brother? No, seriously.
I know it's dope, right? It's another place.
It takes it to that really heartwarming space, and I think in their voices I sense the not the appreciation for those who helped them, but also the proudness of themselves for actually arriving where they are. So congratulations to them.
Hey man, I'm telling you, it was some of the most pleasant weepiness that I've experienced in the last little while that didn't involve one of my children. Like it's just I'm so proud of them, man, that they did this thing. Each of them got their own pathway. Each of them got their own journey, and each of them deserves the love. Now, finally, the football gods were smiling on us last night during the World Cup qualifying draw. We're in Group B alongside Curacao, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago for an all-island chunk of the bracket. El Salvador, Guatemala, Panama, and Suriname in Group A, Costa Rica, Haiti, Honduras, and Nicaragua in Group C. I was at Boundary last night with my family when during the live broadcast of the draw. And when it was clear who we were in the group next to, everybody cheered and celebrated like, all right, this is the best possible outcome for us. And we've got as good a shot as we possibly could have to make further progress. So shout out to the Gumbe Warriors for doing the work necessary to get into this place. And hopefully they can take advantage of this opportunity.
I was talking to my football boys, and they were saying that's probably the easiest group Bermuda could have got, avoiding Panama, avoiding Costa Rica, Honduras. I'll say this much. Tay, ask Wendy, can we take a boys' trip to Curacao to watch Bermuda beat them?
Hey, I like how you're talking. I like that talk. I like that.
All jokes aside, I want to see something special for Bermuda. And I'm not asking anyone for favors, Bermuda or anybody, but I would love to see us. When we talk about community and collectiveness, I would love to see Bermuda and Bermudians traveling to support our team. This is an opportunity of a generation to do something special.
This could be one of them moments, right? And if somebody could put together one of those charter flights, tickets not too crazy, and I bet you if the numbers make sense, you could fill it up. Like 100, 120, 125 people all flying just to support the fellas during
I loved when I was living in Florida and Bermuda played was it Barbados down there, and saw so many Bermudians there. I mean, Mark being and just people flying in and so on. That was a feeling, man. I want that, and I want that, and I've never been to Curacao, so I'm thinking. Here's the other thing. Last before Teo does the weather and leaves us, right? I want to be able to talk crap to Jamaicans and Trinidadians. Like Manchester United ruined it. Teo would tell you I was the most annoying United fan. I want to be able to brag. St. George's doesn't allow me to do that. The only teams that allow me to do that is North Village and Baylor's Bay. I need Bermuda to show up to allow my trash talking to return. All right. So
and then you could talk trash on an international level.
Yeah, like I
right, because we don't get to do that very much.
You know
we just don't.
Come on, I want to be able to say yeah. Go make my jerk chicken. Yeah, I want the roti now. Like I want to talk crap to my friends. I want to talk crap to Gary Moreno.
Oh Lord.
I want to go around the big grill, talk crap to the Thompson family. Like I want to do that. Let me brag. Okay, that was selfish, but you get my point.
No, honestly, I feel you. I really, really do. It's one of the consequences of coming from a really small island that I think people don't think about. Like we can't stunt about too many things.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we have a stable economy.
Exactly. Like seriously? Come on now. Sure.
Our houses don't get blown over during hurricanes. What? Like it don't sound the same.
That's nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? We need something else. We're better at you than football. We need some real stuff to brag about. How's the weather looking today?
Gorgeous. The Bermuda High continues to dominate everything in our airspace. There are expected to be little periodic bursts of rain here and there, but basically, if you want to go to the beach, do it. You'll be straight. If the rain comes, it'll just cool you off rather than wreck the function.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Taya. I want to say this to you, and I mean this. I want to say it to yourself, to Philip, to Larry, and to my friends, because I'm very intentional about who I surround myself with professionally and personally. And I literally admire, respect, and love the way that the men in my life father their children. And if nothing else this weekend, man, please do have the best, most wonderful Father's Day ever. And Teo, I know it's the first Father's Day without your father.
Yeah.
I have all the love in the world, brother.
Thank you, man.
Because I'm telling you, bro, like you are a proud guy. And I think even to my father, Bridge, Big up to yourself, bro. Oh, he watches every day. We'll never comment, but he watches. But father, as you grow older, you understand how important fatherhood is. And although I have no children of my own, I've been a mentor and coach. I understand the importance. So to the fathers out there, to the Teos, the Phils, the Larrys, and to all my boys out there, keep doing what you do. Our community needs more of you among us.
That's kind of you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Talk soon, Tay. Have a great weekend.
All right, bro. Take care.
All right, folks. Teo, do not go anywhere. We have a very special guest coming up. She's doing something really cool in our community. Something that, well, I don't know if Teo and we're working on doing basketball. I don't know if we quite know how to do what she's doing, but do not go anywhere. We'll be back. And don't forget, we've got a giveaway at the end of the show. Stick with us.
People's ACW, located at King Edward VII Memorial Hospital, carries over-the-counter medicines, toys, cards, and even toiletries. Our knowledgeable staff are there whether you're at emergency, visiting family, or a member of BHB staff, to show you our best even when you're feeling your worst. People's ACW, we're here for you.
Hi there, welcome to Medical House. We're located at number 6 Bakery Lane. I can't wait to show you all of the great stuff that we carry. Come on inside, let's see. Long days, long shifts, you no longer have to endure comfortable underwear. Designed by nurses, we now offer premium undergarments by Swoop that are unique, fun, comfortable, and functional. The only underwear you'll ever want to wear. Who says high-quality functional products can't be stylish and comfortable at the same time?
See it all at our new expanded location on Bakery Lane.
96 degrees, real hot, oh yes.
Summer's heating up, but your home, it can chill. BAC is turning down the heat with 20% off Carrier X-Power mini split AC units. They're sleek, whisper quiet, and smart thanks to energy-saving inverter technology. New install, upgrade, doesn't matter. Just don't miss out. For a limited time, get 20% off when you pay with cash, credit, or debit.
96 degrees, real hot.
Swing by BAC on Mill Creek Road today.
Discover Drop It, your go-to grocery delivery. Browse and select from a wide range of groceries, from fresh produce to daily essentials. Our friendly drivers deliver fresh groceries to your door fast, saving you time and hassle. With Drop It, you get fresh groceries delivered fast, so you can focus on what really matters. Drop It, freshness at your doorstep, delivered to your door with Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
Dreaming of expanding your business? With BDC's Loan Guarantee Program, we support your ambitions. Get up to 75% guarantee on bank or credit union loans up to $300,000. Just your vision and our support. Apply today and unlock new business opportunities. BDC, Bermuda Business starts here.
At Umami, we don't just sell spices, we spark something bigger. We believe food isn't just fuel, it's connection, it's tradition, it's joy. Our dream? To help you eat better, love louder, and maybe even start a little food revolution. One home-cooked, flavor-packed meal at a time. Because cooking isn't just a chore, it's an act of love. Umami Spice. Gather, cook, connect.
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. Jamal Hartman here. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindo's, People's Pharmacy, and Hot 1075 over there at Intelligent Communications. Folks, don't forget to subscribe on our website, thedailyhour.com. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Folks, do us a big favor. If you haven't already, if you're on stream, whether you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter X, or Instagram. If you're on any of those social media platforms, take a moment real quickly and do us this favor. Help us beat the algorithm so that these community conversations are in everyone's faces. No one has an excuse not to know what we're discussing in our community. So give us a like, love, follow, share the conversation with your friends, your family, your colleagues, anyone you know who is interested in learning or engaging about Bermudian-centric community conversations. All right, without further ado, let's bring our very special guests in. We're talking about Mint Systems. I'll let her tell you all about it. Please give a warm TDH welcome to Keola Thompson.
Good morning, Bermuda.
They act like they never met celebrities before. How are you? Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you, Jamal, for having me today.
First off, let me apologize. I'm sorry, Teo, talks a little long, so that we're a bit behind.
That's fine.
I was like, Teo, stop, we got a guess. And he's like, hold up, Jay, hold up. I got something else to say. I'm joking. Obviously, you saw everything, but thank you for your. Thank you. I've got to ask you though, before we jump into today's conversation. It's Friday the 13th. Are you a superstitious person?
No, I'm not.
So no superstitions. There's nothing you do that say, oh, I have to do this or else.
No.
You don't have a lucky number?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm boring in that aspect. Sorry.
Okay. No worries. Do you have a cup match team?
Somerset all the way.
I probably shouldn't have asked.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. This is not getting off to a good start, Ms. Thompson, but thank you for joining us. But you have a really cool concept. We'll get into the concept that you have. It's really, really cool. But before we do that, just tell the audience a bit about yourself and your background, like what it is that you do.
Okay, so my name is Keola Thompson, and I own and operate Mint Systems BDA. We are a mobile skate rink. We bring skates to the community. We also sell skates and skate gear, roller skate gear. We have also brought in SE bikes, which is a real popular thing right now, as well as safety gear. That's what we do pretty much.
Interesting. And so it's honestly, the stereotype, if I'm just walking on the street and I see you, I'm thinking, skates? Really? Because let's be real, we talk about it. There are certain things that in certain communities make sense. Football, cricket in Bermuda. Skates doesn't seem like a normal thing. So what inspired you to bring this concept to Bermuda?
Well, firstly, let me say that roller skating has a rich culture in Bermuda. I haven't done too much research in it on myself as far as the lady, Miss Tucker, who everyone who tells me about their skating history from, like, say if they're born in the 1960s or they would talk about Miss Tucker, and she was somebody who was a leader or a champion for roller skating in Bermuda back in the day. So in my parents' era, and people will come up to me and say, I used to skate at Robert Tree, or I used to skate at PCC. So we do have a rich culture for it here. As anything that is in the US, it kind of trickles into Bermuda. So that's how that culture has been, it's in us to do it. However, it just hasn't been tapped into until I guess I rebirthed it. And I rebirthed it in 2015. I was doing roller derby, and I have an entrepreneurial spirit, and it's ingrained in me from my mother. And I said, I see something in this. I can get roller skates and provide this community with the things that we need, because you have to wear safety gear and you have to wear skates, and nowhere in Bermuda offered what we needed. Yes, you might have found some at the toy shops or the pharmacies, but they weren't the quality that you would require for that environment, right? So that's how that started. And then from there, I said, wait a minute, I feel like this can go bigger. Like, it doesn't have to stay within this small little community. I should expand it to the wider Bermuda. And I got some rentals and started from there and been upgraded and grown on it since which.
Well, this is amazing. And audience, if you have any questions or comments, please send them through. Shikarina said, I had roller skates in the 80s. I remember quite a few of my friends had them. They were not good at it, but they had them back then. I think PCC, I know some people used to skateboard, but I don't remember if they skated out there when I was young. But one of the most interesting things I read about your business was that you describe it as a community-driven, like it's community-driven. How do you engage the local community, and why is that such a key part of your mission?
Yeah, so it's kind of in phases or in different ways that we can do that, or we do that. We go into schools, we've done assemblies and different things like that. We have given offerings to summer day camps and the community youth groups. All the St. George's, Central, and Western community-zoned summer day camps or youth groups have done roller skating. We try to give people an opportunity to try something new and break those barriers of oh, I can't do this or I can't do that, because as soon as people see the skates, it's like an intimidating thing. But also we put on family community skate nights, and that's been our biggest thing. We try to do a family zone as well as an adult zone, or a zone where people can skate a little faster and not have the fear of rolling into other persons.
Yeah.
So.
You know, I've never skated, but I remember I was ice skated back in the 90s in the UK, and I haven't done it again because I almost lost my life. I'm clumsy on my regular feet, but we'll get into that because I want to talk
Me
about...
Me too. My regular feet are bad, but my skate feet are all right.
Maybe wheels would be helpful for me, right? Maybe wheels would be helpful for me. We've got Manuela John. She says, Hamilton SDA used to have skating on Saturday nights in the 60s, I believe. Well,
yes, and we've done a lot for the Pathfinders. Have did some skating. The BI class of 20. Let me not say it because I don't want to get it wrong. But the senior class has used it to raise funds or as socials. And we also have done a lot of skating at Hamilton 7-Day Adventist as well with their district socials.
This is awesome. Audience, again, if you have any questions or comments, send them through. Thanks again to the BDC for providing this Vendor Friday so that we can talk to young entrepreneurs and just people with ideas overall, because these concepts, I love them. They're unique to Bermuda. Speaking of roller skating and inline skating in particular, they seem to be making a comeback worldwide. Like you see celebrities doing them all the time. Like Usher has made it a big part of his as well. How have Bermudians responded to your skating events and retail offerings?
So I would say this is my third time kind of coming back out. I've had 2 children in between starting from 2015. And what I will say is that every time I put the energy into it, it comes. Because it's community driven, I can't skate by myself and it just be a thing. So the skate community is really important to me and to this movement. And I have to shout out the Burmese skaters. We have a WhatsApp group and we are getting some fire behind that. And we have some very multi-talented people in that group on skates and off skates as far as creatives, because those are the kind of people that I've noticed are into this thing, people who are willing to make a change or do something different, kind of think outside the box. Or it's no box, you know what I mean? So the community, as far as that, has been a real good support in keeping me motivated, because sometimes in Bermuda it's really hard to keep the wheels turning, because, you know, as Bermuda, even though it's small, people always have something to do or things come in fads or phases. So this being our third time around, I think that the energy is there. We have some exciting things on the horizon, and community is everything. And building our own little community is going to be where it's going to be.
All right. For those on radio, we're talking to Keola Thompson of Mint Systems. It's a mobile skating rink company. I love the concept. We'll get to some questions from the audience in a second. But I want you just said you have some exciting things coming up. You have an event coming up. Talk to us about it. Let's get some people out.
Yes. So June 21st, next week, Saturday, we are going to be at the Bermuda College from 5:30 to 9:30. The first portion, the first 3 hours will be a family skate night. So if you are an adult and you want to come skate at that zone, that is fine. However, we use that moment as a space. The music's appropriate for the children, as well as the vibe is family orientated. After that, for about an hour, we'll have a zone where it's just adults. We can crank it up a little bit more. The cost is $5 if you're spectating. $15 if you have your own skates, and if you have your own skates, you could come from the time we open at 5:30 and you can stay until 8:30 if you're a child, or 9:30 if you're an adult. So $15 for a 4-hour activity. I think that is real, like, super. And then if you don't have skates, you can rent skates for an hour, and that's for the fee of $20. And we'll have snacks and drinks on sale, and we'll be bringing the vibes. Yeah.
Great. I love this. I love this. Let's go to the audience for quick. Well, I'll get to them after this because I want to ask this. Bermuda Economic Development Corporation. How important has the BDC been to development of what you do?
Honestly, I have been following them for a very long time, and due to my own life commitments, I've never been able to reach out or commit to any of the programs they have. I see things online and I just read little bits and bobs. But when this came up, it was months ago, I was like, I need to do this, and I need to start making the necessary steps. So it's always been a guiding light as far as, the energy is there for small businesses and the resources are there, but my own personal commitments have just not allowed me to put myself in that space to commit to doing something different. I've kind of just did it on my own. However, I saw the value in this opportunity here, and I decided to take it.
Indeed. I hope it is valuable for you. We've got Charles H. Jeffs II. He's asking, has Bermuda ever had a dedicated indoor skating rink?
Not to my knowledge, and not definitely since I have been running it. And I feel that most skate rinks that were historic in America since the pandemic have shut down because running a rink or running a space is very expensive, and it just wasn't feasible for business owners. The way we do it, I kind of like it because it's not for me to pick up the extra charges. I make my booking and I leave. You know what I mean? The challenge is that it's because it's not my own space. I can't kind of move and do things that I want to do all the time. However, everybody's not skating every day. As much as I would like that to happen, it's just not a realistic thing. And we went through that part when we were up in Dockyard, and we had a designated skating area, and we were open every day of the week, and it just, the traction wasn't there. So having these events happening, I'm trying to do them two times a month, is more feasible. But a multi-purpose space is something that I've always dreamt of, because I do other things that are creative, like parties and stuff like that. So it's definitely ways to do it here in Bermuda. And I would advocate for outdoor space, and it just has to be concreted, like a polished concrete surface. One field, and I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble, but I can't get in trouble because it's just my idea and thought. But White Hill Field, I feel that that's a field that can be given some love and attention, and have either you could put like a boardwalk around it, or it can have a designated like platform that's a polished concrete. You can erect a tent up when you need to, you know what I mean? But it could be multi-purpose for this community. And so that's something that I if the opportunity comes up, I would definitely advocate for, or try to get some movement behind, because that is the community that I do live in, and I can see the value in that, But as far as a dedicated space, unfortunately, no. And it's something that I don't know if I would be willing to do because of, where we're at and the.
Renee Simmons is asking, do you have the protective skate helper that prevents you from falling?
Yes, so I wouldn't call it a protective skate helper. I don't want to get the words mixed up, but yes, we do have devices that are to engage support. People generally use them incorrectly. So basically with skating, you always want to be in a hunched down position. So a lot of them are very low because we want to encourage your knees to be bent, but we do have them. And we have plenty for those who are trying to learn and start. And we do not encourage them because I feel they're a crutch. So once you kind of get it, we try to move you off it so that you can enjoy the freeness of roller skating.
Indeed. We've got Vanessa Bean says, Kiki, keep the wheels turning. Is that like you're saying?
Well, I guess it could be one of them now.
I like that.
Yeah, that's one of my best friends. Thank you for the support, Vanessa, and thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, we've got Michelle White says, I dare not put on any skates, would break my neck just thinking of it. Look, she's like, how can you change our thought process? Like, how can you make us feel more comfortable in thinking that we'll be okay?
Yes, so I am a certified roller skate trainer. I do the basics of like intermediate and beginner skate concepts. So I train or I teach people. That's my passion. The thing is that you have to put the skates on. I encourage the skaters who come out, like Burmese skaters, that they have to have, your skates should be one with you. And we have a 100-day challenge on right now within that group or on my site, along with Lacquered Lounge. And basically what we're doing is we're encouraging persons to come out, skate every day for 100 days and see how they have developed and progressed throughout that period of time. So you have to put the skates on first and let the skates become one with yourself. And then after that, it's really a breeze. And I feel like when I see people break through that moment, it's that talent sign that, you know what, I'm doing what needs to be done. Because a lot of people, like, I'm not going to, like that same statement, I hear that often. Oh, I'm not going to put on these skates because I'm going to break my neck. Well, we have devices, the helpers. We have helmets and safety gear that you can use. And I always suggest, even when I try something new, I put on my safety gear. Not every time do I wear it, but when I'm trying something new, I always put it on until I master that new move. So yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a mouth guard, everything.
Yeah, we have mouth guards too.
Yeah. I want to ask the audience who are able to comment on stream, have you ever skated, yes or no? And while you answer that, Philip Trott says, do you allow skateboards?
Not in the roller skate, like on June 21st at the Bermuda College, no skateboards will be there. Unfortunately, it just doesn't go with the flow. And because the skates, the roller skates, the skateboard can come from your feet, it will be a hazard to the other skaters. So no skateboards. However, we do go out to T and Tatum, and Thursday has kind of become quote unquote our skate night, and we do encourage any persons that are on wheels to come out, because I feel like building community is important. So Thursdays at T and Tatum right now, we've been going around 6 o'clock. We'll have music, or we have music, and we're rolling and communicating and, you know, socializing and growing the space.
Alrighty.
So there you can bring your skateboard.
I just asked some folks in the audience, have they skated? And we've got Nene says yes, Burmese skater. So she's on the deal.
Yes, okay. Renee, yes, thank you.
Marquita Lee says yes, I skated both roller and ice.
Okay, perfect. So hopefully we can see her on the 21st.
Renee Simmons says ice skating and roller skating. So here's the thing. It seems we've got a very talented audience. So Bermuda College, it's going to be rocking on the 21st of June, huh?
I'm thinking.
Just remind people, cost and time.
So the time will be 5:30 p.m. at Bermuda College. If you are coming to spectate, it's $5. If you have skates of your own, it's $15, and you can skate the entire night. If you do not have skates and you rent, that's an hour for $20. And we are community based, and sometimes I don't have rules, and it's probably bad for business, but I really want to see people do this thing, right? So if you come and we aren't fully booked, or we're not needing to rotate skates, and you have a rental for an hour, we'll give you an hour if the skates are still available or don't need to or not required. So, you know, definitely come out. It's a fun time. You don't want to miss it. I feel like we're going to have one more during the summer period, which will be hopefully July 5th. And then after that, we'll be doing something else for August.
How can people get in touch to ensure that they know what's going on and when your events are going to be taking place?
Okay, so you spoke about the algorithm, but Min Systems BDA on Facebook and Instagram, Min Systems, or if you just hit Min Systems Bermuda on any browser, it will take you to us. But Min Systems BDA and Min Systems roller skates on Facebook and Instagram, you can find us, and please follow. So you can follow, but then you also have to ask the setting. I think it tells you to like be engaged, like it's an engagement type thing, so that you can see everything that we post. But yeah.
Keola Thompson, Mint Systems, thank you so much for the conversation. This is awesome. I wish you the very best, and we'll be watching your progress. And Bermudians love to say, there's nothing to do.
Yes.
Keep proving them wrong, sister. Have a great day.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Keola Thompson, folks, if you appreciated the conversation, please give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come back. Somebody's going to win something. Somebody's going to win something when we come back. So stick with us. Give us about 2 minutes, 50 seconds.
Forget the usual. Ditch the ordinary. Go off-grid, where adventure meets barefoot luxury. Welcome to Off-Grid RV Bermuda, the island's first recreational vehicle retreat where nature meets luxury in a fully solar-powered Airstream RV. Enjoy eco-conscious linens, cozy robes, a stove, and full bath in a mobile home. You'll find peace in every detail of your stay. Now accepting bookings for overnight stays and half-day escapes. We deliver and set up your Airstream at one of our 10 hand-picked island gems or right to your private residence. Whether it's a honeymoon, golf getaway, birthday, or solo recharge, you'll get quality service every time. Book now at offgridrvbermuda.com and discover the sleep, serenity, and scenery you've been craving.
Hey, you all right, bud? I don't know, man. I finished running 20 minutes ago, and I feel like I'm still panting.
Look like you need to recover. Try this here. New drink. You're like you want to go to the hospital in 2 seconds or 2. This make you fast like Flora.
Tastes good.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Hey, we again.
I'm recovered, bye.
Being from this little island, like yourself, we knew you needed access to reliable shipping. We set up mailboxes so you can skip all the long waits or held up in customs excuses.
With mailboxes, that won't happen. Get your packages in under 48 hours using our dashboard.
Plus, if you're a planner or headerer, our weekly consolidation service might be for you. We hold your packages in Delaware and ship them together to save you big time on shipping fees.
And with our warehouse being in Delaware, that means 0% sales tax. Pretty cool, right guys?
Looking for the best care for your pets? Noah's Ark Feed and Supply has everything you need. From top quality food to toys and supplies, we've got it all. Join our frequent buyer program and earn rewards every time you shop. Plus, we've been awarded the Clever Customer Initiative program for helping you save more. And don't forget, we open an hour early on Saturdays so you can get a head start on your pet care. Visit us today or shop online for easy pickup or delivery. Your pets will thank you.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Big Ship. Thanks again to Keola Thompson for joining us today. Really appreciate her presence and audience. If you haven't already, whatever platform you're streaming on, please give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. Make sure you share the conversation with your friends, your family, your colleagues. It is a holiday weekend coming up. Thanks again to the BAC group of companies, Medical Office, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we can do this with you on a daily basis. Shout out to Hot 1075 for ensuring that we can be on your radio dial while doing this. It is time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. All right, audience, are you ready? It is a things you should know, and this is probably the easiest question of the week because I just know every last person is going to answer this correctly. Audience, this is a things you should know. What is the largest planet in our solar system? No one. Wow. No one answered correctly. Let me repeat. This is a things you should know. What is the largest planet in our solar system? It is not the Earth. It is not Saturn. It is not Venus. It is not the Sun. It is Jupiter. Papa Cheesy got it. It is Jupiter. Not Mars, not Mercury, not Mars. It is Jupiter. Big up to Papa Cheesy. Got the correct answer. Wow. Wow. It's been a while since I've been in school, so I did have to look it up. But one thing no one can say is that you all don't know the names of planets, because you certainly gave almost every one. Just seriously. Yeah, you know your planets. You just didn't get the right one. Yep, as Michelle White says, you got it covered. But yes, it's Jupiter. All right, we're going to do a hashtag giveaway, folks. We're doing it. I need you to hashtag HOT1075. So that's hashtag HOTT1075. We're giving away a $50 gift voucher. Whoever it lands on, a $50 gift voucher to have whoever lands on this. So all you need to do on the stream is put hashtag HOT1075 in, and for an opportunity to win a $50 gift voucher to one of our partners of your choice. A $50 gift voucher. Just put hashtag HOT1075. All right. While you all do that, I'm going to wrap it up. Say, look, I think we're aligned in terms of honoring people and ensuring that they get their flowers. I think we're aligned in who should be honored based on your responses today. My hope is that whether it's the progressive group or the Dale Butlers of the world, these people are not just honored or recognized for being national heroes, but our children and generations to come are educated about the legacy that they've left behind. As far as the conversation with Keola Thompson, I absolutely love to hear from new entrepreneurs. And although her business has been around since 2015, as she stated, I never knew about it. And many of you probably never knew about it. But I'm hopeful that businesses like hers succeed because of the support that we in the community continue to give them. So big up to Keola Thompson. Thanks again to the BDC for ensuring that we can have Vendor Fridays and have so many different local entrepreneurs come on and speak about what it is they do. Go check out Mint Systems BDA throughout social media. All right, well, let's do this hashtag giveaway, folks. Let's do it. All righty. All right. Pam Wade, Nana Pam, you are the winner. She is the winner, folks. Pamela Wade, congratulations to you. You know what to do. Please send an email to engage@thedailyhour.com or contact@bermudacommunicationsgroup.com. You can send us an email. Audience, give a big congratulations to Pamela Wade on her victory today, getting that right. I want to leave you with a quote as we head into National Heroes Holiday Weekend and Father's Day weekend. I want to say that this is your daily inspiration today. And I don't know who the author is, but I know you all have heard this. And it says, any man can be a father, but it takes someone special to be a dad. I hope that anyone who's tuned in, who is a father, who has the privilege of being a father, don't take it for granted and understand the contribution that you must make in this community as it relates to the children that you've helped to create or taken the responsibility to raise. To all the fathers out there, please have a safe and wonderful Father's Day. And to everyone in the community, it's a holiday weekend. Be safe, enjoy it. We want to experience you again next Tuesday. We do. Don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Windows, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you next Tuesday. I'm Jamel Hartman. Please do make it a safe and a great weekend. We are out. Peace.